Greeting interwebs, this is Jackie K, and welcome for another edition of BattleSpot Live. Today's probably not the best day for me to record, but I thought I might feel better if I actually did record a little bit. I'll explain a little more in detail when we go into things. Now, I don't normally get under the weather, and it just so happens to be one of those weeks that I'm under the weather. Been a bit stubborny. So I only bring this up if I sound a little different and so forth. Trust me, you're not gonna hear a bunch of coughing and gagging and wigging. If I was that sick, I would be in bed. Shelly without an item. Get the feeling this is gonna be one of those teams. It'll give me a good chance to try out the Cradley, I believe. Would this be a good time to try it out? Or would Crobat work out better? So I can just get League of Bronzong to set up. And... Silver Speed is always good to know. Really would be probably a good idea if I actually had a grass type move on it, but how am I going to take care of that, Shells? If it's an issue, I probably should have put some sort of grass type on this team. I feel like in the worst case scenario I could wall it. I just threw this team together, I'll admit. Because I came up here, getting ready to record, saying, I may not be feeling my best, but I'm gonna do this so I can have a BattleSpot Live this week. And then I realized there was something more important I had to do, so I was like, I'll take care of that first, then come this, and by the time I finish that task, all that enthusiasm and great courage that was encouraging me to go through this despite my doubts kinda went away. Of course, you'd be leading off with that Dark Pulse, sir. I don't even recall what screen I went for. Not that it matters, because I got flinched. Go to Ezreal and see how that works out. I got Cider here, I should be taking advantage of it. Because I'm trying to cut back on the soda, I realized, so instead of bringing soda for this recording, like soda usually is for a good old remedy to get my energy up, I found something recently, a little more like within the past month, that actually rivals that. And that would be apple cider. It works surprisingly well. A substitute for... I wouldn't even say a substitute for soda. But like, this will hold me back from wanting to have some Mountain Dew for another couple hours. Oh, great. I had all this stuff I wanted to talk about for this BattleSpot Live. Now I can't really recall of it. You probably have Bullet Punch, sir, so... Well, considering my only other option is Umbreon, and I know that in the right situation, Lucario can one-shot Umbreon, I kinda gotta go with the Bronzong here. Even though it probably can't do much. Especially since it's the Mega Lucario. I'm gonna get my butt handed to me to Mega Lucario, aren't I? Of course, when I'm the least prepared. Mega Lucario comes to beat my hide. I'm probably not even gonna get up the screen, am I? Reflect certainly would be good if I could get it up, but I'm probably gonna go down to this close combat here. Just like that. Though, on the bright side, his defenses are gonna be lowered. I don't think that's quite enough for me to take it out with an Aqua Jet, though. And even so, I think Lucario would be faster. But all I can do, because it can outspeed and get the close combat out of the Umbreon. Just gotta hope that he doesn't think I have. Oh, it doesn't matter. So where was I when we were actually not in the fix of importance in this particular battle? I believe it ended off around Cider, and I was then talking about how there's so much I want to talk about, but then couldn't remember any of it. Really, you could have just ended it with a close combat, but you gotta have some fun. You gotta use this Shellos. I'm sorry if I sound a bit poor sportish, a little rude. Yeah. But when I know a battle's kind of just been won, and the opponent decides to stall it out even more, I get a little disappointed. Look at that, he just didn't recover. Pretty much just to troll me. What, you want me to just run? No! I'm recording, man. I'm not gonna run so freaking easily. I don't care if you put me to sleep, you silly Julius. What is stopping you from using that close combat? I'm hoping you guys understand my feelings. I mean, I'm already not in the greatest mood, even though I should be used that as an excuse. And this guy here just like could have this battle won already, but decides to waste my time by not using his Lucario when he had no reason not to. Are all Japanese people mean like this? Shouldn't even ask that. Because it's not the place you are from, it's the way you battle that results in these sorts of things. I really don't get the point of any of all this. So now, sir, you're going to go back to the Lucario. Really, were you worried that my Umbreon was going to outspeed your Lucario? Your super mega Lucario? It's going to outspeed my Umbreon. And even if it did, what was it going to do? Was it going to, like, Toxic? No. Toxic is Steel. Maybe confused, but I have to be incredibly lucky. Let's watch. One close combat, and I probably did 1.5 times my entire health. Sir, it was a good game until you decide to stall out the match. I'm sorry. Maybe we'll have an opponent that isn't it such a jerk? Who knows? Maybe someone was holding a knife to this guy, saying that he had to stall out the fight as long as possible, otherwise he was going to get stabbed or something. I can't blame someone for, well, unless I know their side of the story. Good. Doesn't make it any easier not to have emotional feelings, though, I will admit. I forgot what song I was using. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I guess I do get a little choice. I can't believe I can't remember all the stuff I wanted to talk about, because it was like, man, I have so much I wanted to talk about. Maybe I should actually start blogging it, like, the first of every month or once a month. That would, like, give me the opportunity to share with people what I'm doing. More like to actually pull the ties between me and my viewers, because I feel like that's kind of been a little lacking. I will admit I can be a bit, like, wanting to keep things to myself at times with the personal life and all. But before we go more into that, what do we got here? I feel like Chie has her moment to shine in here. There's not quite room for this Crobat this particular time. is a little bit of a haxy Crobat anyway, so I'm glad I'm not using it in some sense. And why not? Let's try Cradily. I get the feeling that it wouldn't work, but who knows? And onwards to battle number 2. Hopefully I can find less things to complain about this battle. Otherwise I will seem like a complete jerk. And not willing to accept people's natural gifts. Although it is on film, it's on record that it wasn't the skill of my opponent I was complaining about. But onwards from that. Leading off with is probably a Mega. I wonder if I can actually get a good setup going though. I would fake out, but I kinda don't see the point at this particular point. So I might as well just go right into Cradily and just start seeing right away if I can set up. I've seen a lot of Mega Magnetics, however you pronounce it, that carry the Flamethrower though, so get the feeling this won't work out. Thankfully, my one physical move is just that. Or, it's not a physical move, is what I'm trying to say, silly me. So, how do I want to start setting up first? Do I want to go straight for the Toxic, or do I want to start stockpiling, so... Yeah, I might as well go for the Toxic, because if it has Flamethrower, or Hidden Power? Well, it's going to be a super effective Hidden Power. That did a surprising amount of damage. I think. And this is a big if, but after leftover recovery over here, I think I'll have enough health to go for the stockpile and not get taken out. Of course, that means the turn after. Good, I guess that was like a fighting, because it was fire with. Can Azumarill... I don't think Azumarill can speed it. I can't take off the Aqua Jet. Really makes... Even if I stockpile, that's not really gonna... You know, I'm thinking too much about this. It probably would have been a smart idea to swap out, but I just don't know what it would have done after the following turn. Like, here I go, stockpile. Stockpile 1. Sure, my defenses are a little bit up, but it's not going to be enough to allow me to take another hit. And I'm not getting outspeed. I don't know why I'm saving this Cradily at this point, but since it's going to go down anyways, I think I'm going to try the Aqua Jet. It'd probably be a much smarter idea for me to try and use Chi-Aim. But I get the feeling I'll at least be able to resist this incoming Hidden Power. Yeah, so it's most likely Hidden Power fighting. Now, you know, I'm kind of in a not victorious mood anyway, so let's use this time for experimentation and learning. Let's see if I can somehow take out a Manectric at this health range with an Aqua Jet. Ooh, just barely! Which sucks because I'm gonna lose my Azumarill and it's gonna go down to the Toxic. But man, I mean, if I just like... Actually, if I stayed in with Cradily, I would have been able to take it out with the Aqua Jet. That's actually very valuable information to know. The question is, who do I bring in? I guess, in the worst case scenario, I can always fake out whoever comes in. Like Zangoose over there. And Cradily at this point is pretty much just like the fodder if I need it. Of course you're gonna swap out. Into what though? Ooh, this thing. I was kind of curious about this thing because it's like... It's definitely an evil like Hippota, which is interesting. If I had Zoomerl, I wouldn't have to worry. But I don't. So we're gonna make do with what we got. Kinda curious to see what this thing can do. It's gonna be putting me to sleepy bye. Which I don't quite like. So how about we fix that? Maybe if I'm lucky this will take it out. I kinda doubt it though. Yeah, just barely. Which means Cradily here is probably gonna be Death Fodder unless he somehow predicted my switcher. So. Yeah, there was no reason not to go for the move like Earthquake. That's gonna take me out. On the bright side, I am not going to be losing any sort of, you know, that magical thing called health. And I am going to be in a prime situation to fight against the Zangoose. I'm not going to have to fake out to fake it out, but I do have that high jump kick, and there is a possibility for this battle to be mine. Which would be kind of interesting considering the team I brought. I guess all we gotta do is just go for that high jump kick and see how much it does. That is a one-shot. Good game. And that's all I really have for this week. I'm questioning if this is going to be the greatest Battle Spot commentary ever, but it is better than my worst case situation that I imagined. It's not my best case situation, but it's not my worst. So I'm going to leave you guys off there. If you enjoyed this Battle Spot video, I encourage you to check out my other Battle Spot lives. I think you'll get a kick out of them a bit more. If you enjoy Pokemon battles in general, there should also be a thing to pull up that allows you to look up all the Pokemon battles that I've done that aren't necessarily Battle Spot lives. And that's about all I have for this week. This is Mad Jacket K. Thank you for watching Battle Spot Live, and I hope to see you all later.